Hello, I'm Hal Ottaway with the Wichita Postcard Club, and it's time once again for a postcard of the week. And this week, I want to show you a real photo postcard that we really don't know much about. But let's look at it together and see what you might think. And maybe you'll have an idea or two that I haven't thought of, and you can write and let me know. Send in those cards and letters. Remember those old radio shows when they used to tell you to do that? Well, this is a family group, a family portrait, if you will, where everyone got all just gussied up and dressed, and the men all with their ties, just good tie knots and everything. They all look very, very nice. There are three brothers on the back row and a sister on the front row right in the center. Then the mom is on the left, and we know that her name is Hattie. And the father is on the right side, also seated, and we know that his name is John. But alas, we don't know their last name. Pity! Just a darn shame. If we would have had just a hint, we might have been able to go to a city directory or gazetteer or some reference work where, with four children, three boys and one girl, we might have been able to have narrowed it down and kind of figured it out. But so far, we don't know. It was a real photo postcard. On the back, there is the dividing line down the center, and that tells us it was this paper that it was printed on, a real photograph with a negative and everything, that the paper itself was printed about 1907. And then in the upper right corner is an AZO stamp box, AZO. That's on each of the four edges of the stamp box that says AZO. And then in the corner, there are triangles, all four pointing up. So that tells us also that this paper that was used to make this photograph, to print it and have it like we have it on a postcard, that was used between 1907 and 1918. Well, you know, that fits with the style of clothing and decoration. The girl with kind of a navy dress, a navy kind of collar on her blouse. Everyone just looks handsome and really nice. They were probably, this would have been taken in a photo studio where background lighting could have been minimal and just, lights on their faces, that sort of thing. But it was well done. The photographer, everyone was stayed really straight and emotionless. No wiggling or sneezing, anything like that. But it turned out nice. And then this was written on in the back. It says to brother and sister, John and Hattie. Well, brother and sister would have likely known all of these folks. And so no need to say, this is so and so and so and so. They already knew that. But they were glad to have it a gift from John and Hattie. This was, since it was not postally used and didn't have a stamp and a postmark and address telling us where it was mailed to, we know that it was likely hand delivered or even put in an envelope or included with a gift that might have been shipped to them or brought all wrapped up fancy and under their Christmas tree, so perhaps. But it's a neat card, and we're kind of thinking that all six of these folks might really enjoy coming to the Wichita Postcard Club show this year. You stick around and see what you think.
I'm going to the 48th Annual Wichita Postcard and Paper Show.
Are you going to?
I heard it is the Las Vegas of postcard shows. See you there!
So there you go. And thanks for being here, and glad that you shared this information from this nice family. John and Hattie's proud parents of all of these folks. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.